I figured I'd cover something that the news isn't covering, and that is the Great Pot Migration of 2012. The Great Pot Migration of 2012, and it's happening right now. People from all over the world are moving to Washington and Colorado so they can legally get stoned. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, I don't think. I mean, but my opinion's biased because I've smoked pot for 15 years. I haven't smoked any for probably a couple of years since I was last growing my own. But I smoked all different types of pot. I mean, I smoked pot from Cambodia. I smoked pot from Colombia. I smoked pot from Vietnam. I smoked pot from Thailand. I smoked pot from Mexico. I smoked pot from Florida. I smoked pot from Canada. I smoked pot from Louisiana. I smoked pot from Japan. I smoked pot from Germany. I smoked pot from the Netherlands. I mean, you kind of get the idea. When I used to grow, I used to prefer the seeds from the Netherlands. But anyways, I quit. But I used to work in the engineering field, believe it or not. And I worked in the type of engineering that if you make a mistake, you and other people die, and there's major, major property damage. I mean, it can get really messy. And the sad thing that I saw happening at work was other engineers were losing their jobs because they were partaking. They were smoking the bud, and they were testing positive in the UAs. And these were good engineers that had been working for the company a long time. I mean, they were on time. They did their job. They did their job safely and effectively in a highly dangerous occupation and successfully. And to see them lose their jobs because of a trivial thing like smoking pot at work, you know, I mean, they kind of brought it on themselves. I mean, you don't defy your superiors and smoke pot in an area where they can smell it. I mean, they were kind of pushing the envelope a little bit and being a little flamboyant about it, you know. But, you know, that was a sad thing to see. And as far as use of a medical marijuana, I had a friend of mine that had a kidney transplant. And after his kidney transplant, he wouldn't eat. And he kept losing weight. And his family and friends and the medical physicians were concerned that, you know, about his appetite and everything. And so they started giving him back then. They had the pot pills that had the THC in them and all that. And he got better. He started eating, and that helped him out with his appetite. So I think it's excellent that pot is legal, and it's long overdue. Even though I don't smoke it anymore, I think it's a really, really good thing, you know, and I think it's about time, you know. So I'm feeling for the people in Washington right now. I mean, it's going to get really crowded. People from all over the world are going to be moving there, and that will be the Great Pot Migration of 2012, and you can be a part of it too. Enjoy.